All right, so this exercise, for lack of a better name, I'm going to call it a split stance acquisition drill. So as the name implies, this is going to improve your body's ability to acquire a split stance and be able to perform a split squat. Um, so with the split squat, the most likely reason why you might not be able to do it outside of a lack of strength is you lack the range of motion that's required in order to get into that position. You lack the ability to produce force while maintaining proper alignment in your leg when performing a split squat. And split squats are super beneficial for improving both strength and mobility. And on top of that, very important for day-to-day activities, such as if you need to be able to get off the ground. So in order to get off the ground, if you eventually get onto all fours in order to stand up, you have to pick one leg up, push into the ground in order to stand up. And if you don't have the ability to, one, get into that position, but two, generate force from that position, you're going to end up compensating or reproducing your symptoms. So all you'll need for this is your own body and a chair. Chair height wise, you don't want anything lower than probably around the height that I'm in right now. So you want to make sure that you are your hip range of your hip is around 90 degrees. If that ends up being too low and you actually need your butt to be a little bit higher, then go higher. You probably don't want to go have a chair any lower than this. That would put you in a greater amount of hip flexion. So this is the lowest that I would want to go with my seat selection. So from here, you're going to slide your butt all the way to the front of the chair. And then whatever leg that you need to improve the range of motion on, that leg is going to be the lead leg. And you're going to actually turn your body towards that side. So I want to improve my right-sided hip range of motion and my ability to produce force in a split stance. So that's the side I'm going to turn towards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this foot out, and then as I do that, I'm going to let this leg my knee kind of come right directly underneath my hip. I want to make as straight of a line through my back leg and my torso as possible. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. And I don't want to see the leg kind of going off the side here. And so if you saw it in an actual split stance, it would kind of look like that, right? So we want a nice straight line here. We also want straight lines of like hip, knee, and foot in the lead leg as well. So again, I'm starting on the edge of my chair. I'm going to turn to my right, walk this foot out, kind of get myself squared up so that my legs are on railroad tracks. Now I'm going to turn my chair so that you can see me better. Right about there looks good. So I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to set myself up so that I can make as straight of lines through both legs as possible. And now from here, now you can hold on to the chair, making sure that, so I'm probably a little too far off. I want to put a little bit more weight, maybe put a heavy weight on the chair as well to counterbalance and so that you don't fall, or just have something next to you that you can hold on to as well. Now, in this position, again, making sure everything's in a nice straight line, at minimum, at least on this lead leg, you want to make sure you have all 3 points of contact in your feet. So those 3 points would be the inner heel, knuckle the big toe, knuckle the pinky toe. So once I'm here, all right, I have my heel, knuckle the big toe, knuckle the pinky toe. I feel those points contacting the ground. All you're going to do, very lightly, 1, 2, 3 out of 10 effort, you're going to lightly just try and push into the ground through the inner heel, knuckle the big toe, not letting your foot waver at all, maintaining all 3 points, just increasing the amount of pressure into the ground through the inside of the foot. Going to hold that for about 5 seconds and then relax. And you can actually synchronize your breathing during the relax. You breathe in during the push. You're going to exhale. And then relax, breathe in. Exhale, push. Relax, breathe in. Exhale and push. What you should feel working are your quad muscles, usually. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in the back leg, but you should feel both quads working. Ideally, if we can get the inner quad muscle right here on that lead leg to be firing, that would be best case scenario, but sometimes it takes a while to achieve that. and that's how it's done.